Good morning, beautiful friends. This is Bobby coming to you again today with another lesson of the light. And today's lesson is called From the Hip. And the reason I call it that is because I'm just going to say it like it is. I'm just going to tell you what's been happening in this last week. And it will take at least a full video to do that. But the last video I did was talking about just tell me what you want. And that's about making up your mind, deciding what it is that you want to ask Spirit for, and then staying with that thought. Well, I asked for a long time for an opportunity in Southern California to come down here and make a life and be able to work with the dogs in what I really love to do, and that's working with senior and special needs dogs with the work that I do. So I had that all set up as of September. And I was supposed to come down in November and pick up where I left off. Well, since then, a few things have happened. One of them is my heart was telling me this is what I wanted to continue. Doing the videos, doing inspirational mentoring for people, and just kind of telling my stories and hoping that they relate to your stories. And so I decided that I wasn't going to venture off and do that. I was going to stay with what I had requested last September. So I put all of my ducks in a row to come down to Southern California and do this. Well, it didn't turn out like I thought. I still haven't heard back from the people that were excited to have me back. And took 3 days to get here. Anyway, normally for some people it's a one-day trip. For me, it was a 2-day trip, but I had some incidents on the highway, so it turned it into a 3-day trip. And so I got down here finally and hit the ground running, reaching out to make my contacts. And it turns out that I got pretty sick. And today I went to urgent care, and I found out I don't have COVID, but I felt pretty bad. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but the last couple days have been like, I think it's the stress and all the planning and, all the stuff that I thought was going to go smoothly and it didn't. And so, boom, there goes my immune system. So I have to say that every day I've seen many miracles, even though all of this stuff has happened. In taking 3 days to get here, I was able to spend some time in a place for a full day that has always been my dream to be. And again, like in that last video, I didn't ask for a Lamborghini, I asked for a Ford. And so I didn't expect the Lamborghini was going to show up because hypocrite that I am, I tell you to expect that, but I didn't expect that. So I'm asking for the Lamborghini now. I'm asking for Shell Beach, Pismo Beach, Avila Beach. That's where I really feel at home. And but here's what happened. I got sick, right? Took me 3 days to get here. But had I not have come down here and reached out to the people that that I got in touch with, I never would have found a contact that was an after effect of the people I reached out to. In other words, I was reaching out to vets and physical therapists and neurologists and all these people in the dog world, and it turns out that a neurologist was on a podcast, and I wrote in to the people that run the podcast, and this woman that saw it reached out to me, and she wants me to be a part of the Healthy Hounds podcast. And so that wouldn't have happened. And the thing about a podcast is, what have I told you that I wanted? Well, I'll tell you what I wanted. I wanted to be a digital nomad, so any place is home. And that gives me the opportunity to do that. I don't have to be in a particular place. I can be where I want to be, not where I feel that I have to be. And coming down south, I have to say that I thought I had discovered the big city when I was in Marin County. I was wrong. This is the big city. And it's like rather overwhelming to me. But I'm not sorry that I did it. I learned a lot from it. And I don't know, maybe it took courage and bravery, or maybe I just didn't know any better and I stepped out into the unknown. It was an awakening, a big awakening. But it gave me clarity. It showed me that just because I was afraid to do it, didn't mean that I wasn't supposed to. So I did it, thinking it was going to be different. I mean, how many times does that happen, right? It's always different than you think it's going to be. But this journey led me to my next one. And I do believe that once I get, better, I got a few more days of this very bad cold, but thankfully it's not anything more serious than that, except I forgot how miserable it felt to be that sick. So another gift, right? Makes me appreciate being healthy. So I always say that normal is the new perfect. So I'm getting back to that. So I even have to appreciate being sick, and I do, because I was good enough to make this video. And this morning when I got back in the car after I went to the doctor, I said to myself, you know what, I gotta do the video. It's been a month and I'm so sorry it's been so long, but I don't want to make excuses. I don't want to say, well, I was doing this, I was packing, my life was changing, all of this. Whose life isn't changing constantly? So in spite of that, it was time to do a video. And I just wanted to tell you guys that I appreciate your support, and I keep on keeping on, and I applaud you for your courage and your strength and stepping out into the unknown. Like they say, if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. So it wasn't easy, and it still freaks me out on these highways down here because people drive much faster than anything I've seen. But that's okay. And it's okay to admit that the choice that I made, I get to choose again. The choice I made, I thought was going to be a perfect fit. And the voice inside me tells me no. And all of my lessons that I've learned here in these last few days and this last week have been enough to fill a book. But I just want to encourage you, don't be afraid to step out. It might work, it might not, but you get to choose again. You get to choose again. That's the beauty of every day that Spirit gives you to begin again. This was not a waste. This was not a mistake. This was just a choice. And I learned from this choice, and I get to build from this choice. So I just want to tell you that don't be afraid. Step out. Be brave. Have the courage. Everything's going to work out. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for supporting me. Please like, share, and subscribe if this hit home for you. And we'll talk again next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.